We hear from a lot of our families about the Innovations Waiver. There's a lot of questions. Can you talk a little bit, and again, at a high level, explain what the Innovations Waiver is and why is it so important?
Yeah, Innovations Waiver is big because it provides a lot of services for people who are deemed eligible and receive a slot. So high level, this starts at the federal level. Every state has these. They're called home and community-based waivers. In North Carolina, this one is called the Innovations Waiver. There's several others in North Carolina, but this is the main one for folks with IDD. And think of it as it is a way to waive some of the rules. That's why it's called a waiver, so that people who would normally be considered for institutional care or placement in a state institution can now receive these services to enable them to live in the community. So it is chock full of services and supports for folks in this state. One of the issues we have in North Carolina is not enough slots for people. They're called slots. We have about 15,000, close to 16,000 people currently funded for Innovations Waiver slots, and we have about as many on the wait list too. So we only have about half the people funded who need these services, and the wait list continues to grow, and some people wait 10 or 12 years on these services. It is there's a lot of money in Innovations Waiver services, which is why the legislature has trouble funding more slots every year. And this is each year we hope to get, and we try to advocate for more and more slots to be funded to get people off that waiting list and to get them the services they need in order to live in the community. Think about if you have a family member with really significant needs, you likely have a parent or another family member staying home to meet those needs, to provide those services, and not being able to go to work and be a part of the community and earn a living to contribute income to their family. So this is an economic driver too in North Carolina. When we have an Innovations Waiver slot funded, for instance, that means not only can mom and dad or sister and brother go to work, or whoever's caring for that person can go to work, but also it enables that individual or that family to have direct support staff to help them with the supports that they need throughout the day, living in their own home and in the community. And there's a variety of different types of supports that people can get through the Innovations Waiver. We desperately need more slots, and the ARC is advocating for more slots every year, every single year. We go to the legislature and ask for more slots. So that's kind of high level overview of Innovations Waiver. I would encourage people to get on that list. You do have to be deemed eligible because you are at an institutional level of care or at risk of being placed in an institution. That is one of the qualifying factors. So if a person has fairly significant disabilities or limitations with their IDD, they should go ahead and apply for the Innovations Waiver. And they can do that through the LMEs that we talked about earlier via Partners, Alliance, and Trillium.